Alright, so here's a quick video on if you were to get your headphone jack stuck in here. So let me see if I can show this. So here you can see this headphone jack, it broke off, and you can see there's this small little metal circle in there. So if this happens, there's sometimes you can get lucky and you can remove this in a way that's not too difficult. So what you do, if this happens, if it breaks off this way, you want to find a whole bunch of pens. So I just found a bunch of different style pens. Just open all of them, get the ink tubes out. Every pen is kind of a little different, so just pull these ink tubes out, okay? And try and find one that is just barely big enough or slightly too small to fit that metal piece. So some pens are styled like this, and then you pull this thing out. So you twist the top and then you kind of pull this out. So as you can see, this one is kind of too small. Sometimes you can even find like those lollipop, the Chupa Chupas or whatever with the plastic sticks in it that have those holes on top. You can try those. So this one I found is just about right. So what you do is, let me see if I can show this. So as you can see, this thing is like pretty small. Okay, so what you do is you just get the little thing and try and kind of twist it around and push it in. Okay. All right, and then once you get it in, you can tell if it's kind of hard to pull it up. So just kind of push it down. Oops, sorry, I'm getting this out of view. But just push it down in there, make sure it gets a tight grip, and then pull it up. And if you're lucky, you can get the thing out like this. Okay, so that's one way to get the stuck headphone jack out. If your straw is slightly too big, what you can do, I kind of don't recommend this because it's dangerous. But what you can do, some people will recommend using glue. I don't recommend using glue, but if you really have to use glue, what you do, make sure first of all that the straw will just barely fit over this piece. So if it can barely fit, so right now you can see this one, it's actually a very tight fit. So if I put it in, it's difficult to yank this out. But if it slips out, if you can get it over this piece, the broken piece, and it slips out, then what you can do is you can take some glue. Don't do it over your devices, of course. But don't put the glue inside the headphone jack. What you want to do is put the glue inside of the tube here. Okay, so get a tiny bit of glue and just squeeze it in there. So that way, let's see if I can show this. So that way you get the glue into the top of that. And this, if you want to be safe, okay, if you accidentally got glue on the outside of this thing, just get a piece of paper, wipe around the outside, okay? Make sure there's no glue on the inside or on the outside, because you don't want glue to get inside the headphone jack. But anyways, once you do that, you basically have a stick filled, a straw filled with glue. So when you push this piece in, okay, as you can see, now you got glue holding this. So you just leave, So now you can see the glue is all around this piece, okay? So you just wait and you leave it in there, okay? All right, so depending on what kind of glue you have, you probably want to leave it for about a minute. Usually super glue dries pretty quick, but if you leave it for about a minute, you can be sure that the glue is stuck in there. And then after that, this is really difficult to get out now. So if you do, oh my goodness. So Yeah, so if you do that and you use glue, if it's slipping out of, only use glue if it's slipping out of the tube, and only put the glue inside the tube. Use super glue. Don't use anything like Elmer's glue or something weak. If you're gonna use other types of glue, you can use like a strong epoxy or something like a JB Weld or something, but you will have to leave it for a long time. And again, make sure you wipe the outside with a napkin or something just to make sure there's no glue that's gonna come out and drip into your headphone jack. Also, turn it upside down. Make sure, wipe it out. Make sure no glue is going to drip out of the tube. The tube should keep the glue all in place, okay? So now as you can see, it was much harder to remove this, okay? So, yep. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you. If it didn't break this way, I have another video showing how you can actually drill the headphone jack out, but you'll need to use like a screw remover type drill bit. So if you can't get it out, if this piece, it doesn't have this little tiny round piece sticking out, I have another video showing how you can remove the headphone jack from that type. That type takes a lot more work. You have to use drill and special bits. And then you'll also need to use a piece of aluminum can cut out to protect the side walls of the headphone jack. Okay, so yeah, if you're having trouble and you can't figure it out, just let me know. But yeah, I got another video showing that this kind of thing. It's kind of tricky because each case, depending how it broke, will be different. But I think a lot of the times it'll have this little metal round piece sticking up. Sorry. So hopefully yours is like that, and then you can find the right sized bit. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help others find my videos. It'll also help me. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.